It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. We'll get a look at the UC Berkeley alum Jaylen Brown tonight, another talented wingman from this year's class. What sets him apart, Kenny?
Well, I was surprised that he actually came out this year, but he's come into the league because he's physically ready. I mean, this guy has the body of Adonis. You know who Adonis is, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Greek god. That's one of my favorite characters.
The Greek god of basketball.
No question. But physically, I think he's ready for it. Now it's just about being mentally prepared for the game.
Well, let me tell you why I like Uptown Jaylen Brown. If he can get his jump a little more consistent, he can be an offensive machine. You know why? He has speed and strength.
That's a great combination, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's why you brought it up. That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Uptown Brown.
Uptown.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Welcome to the Panhandle State, Oklahoma, and home of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And of course, Amir Johnson. This is their first game without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Zeller is out there with Horford. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. Now here's Thomas. And there's the pass to Horford. 6 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Here's Oklahoma City. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Just not a disciplined performance defensively in that game, guys. A lot of silly fouls hurt them throughout.
Yeah, a performance that gives the coach the gray hair syndrome. So many of those fouls weren't the hard, aggressive variety. Unnecessary and brainless plays really hurt them in that one.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. And Brent, 2 teams here who are very proud of their defense.
This is where you look at the coaches, Kevin, and you have to commend the fact that he's been able to convince all of the guys on his roster, not just the starting 5, that however they're going to impact the game is going to start on the defensive end. Oh, and by the way, that's where your playing time's going to come from.
And that can get in the head of a scorer, can it?
That absolutely can, and if you can set the pace defensively, the offensive team knows it's in for a long night.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
I think he spotted an area on the floor to gain that separation and then let it fly with a quick release.
George with the screen on Crowder.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Zeller. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
And the Celtics, really since the departure of the big 3 and Rajon Rondo, doing an amazing job of stockpiling assets and draft picks all along while still being competitive. So you had to know, though, that front office wouldn't hesitate to make a big move. This is an organization that seeks to compete for championships and nothing else.
Now here's Crowder following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Dishes it to Zeller. Thomas kicks to Zeller. Celtics passing it around. 5 on the clock. Zeller setting the pick for Thomas. Boston, no good that time either. And the Celtics last season in a quote-unquote rebuild mode. And yet, Greg, they were among the best teams in the NBA, certainly the East. Did they need to make any trades?
You know, they basically had to start combining assets. They were already one of the deepest teams in the league. They had 3 first-round picks in that 16 draft, 3 second-rounders. At some point, they trade because you only get 15 spots.
Now Horford after Westbrook's missed 3. Here's Bradley. And Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Six on the shot clock. Thomas kicks to Crowder. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, and off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. The Celtics with the lead, and we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays, whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you as always. And of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
Yeah, and they can light it up when they get it going. It's going to take a top-notch effort defensively to keep them in check.
Yeah, I believe that they've been amped up. They've had some time to get ready for this one. The day is here. They can get it done.
Good on the second free throw.
And the Thunder, one of the best shooting teams in the league. And if they don't get you with that first shot, they have guys inside prepared for those misses to hurt you the second time around.
Now, here's Thomas. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Toronto. Feeds to Zeller. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at the Bucks. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, the Boston Celtics. Not in the...
And, you know, for Boston, they haven't attracted any serious attention here in the early season. It's
Coaches and the players, they're not happy that they couldn't start off on a little bit more of a roll, but I think they're in fine shape with the bulk of the season still to come.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Well, good hand-eye coordination, but he could only get the deflection very close.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Well, he could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
Bradley dishes to Thomas. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And Boston has possession. 18-foot shot on the way.
Well, that's all Adams and his effort right there. Great job affecting that attempt.
These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. Fifth is Steven Adams.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the miss by Al Horford. Outside Thomas. Horford the pass to Crowder. He can't get that one to fall. George with the defensive effort. Takes the three. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
The awareness of Russell Westbrook to locate the open man and deliver a strike. Something he's developing.
Horford with the screen on Westbrook. Thomas kicks to Zeller. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Grant dishes to George. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Thomas passes to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Watch out. Horford gets the ball that close to the basket. You know he can throw that one down.
Passes it to Adams. Thomas against Westbrook. Launches it. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, the point's not hard to come by for them, that's for sure. I'd have surrendered too if I was trying to defend against that potent attack.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Now the feed to Adams. Outside, George. There's the dish to Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Yep, clearly on a roll now. Just need to keep doing what they're doing.
Now here's Westbrook. A 24-point outing in their last game against Houston. Shoots from the baseline. George, no good.
Well, he really T-Rexed that one, guys, short-arming it. He should have taken more time to make sure he was comfortable shooting.
Westbrook kicks to George. Out left to the wing. Pass to Roberson. He feeds it to Adams. Here's Westbrook. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And you look at Russell Westbrook, definitely an MVP caliber player. And I recall some eyebrows being raised when he was selected by the Seattle Sonics, the 4th overall pick back in 2008. Clearly the franchise knew what they were doing.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. And Frank, you won the dunk contest back in '96. You've got to think Russell Westbrook could have won it too if he wanted.
Are you saying over me, Kevin?
Yeah.
There are a lot of guys who could have won it over me. Yeah, he's a big-time game dunker, and I love this quote. He said, "I dunk on people." That's what makes his dunk so special, the ferocity with which he attacks the rim.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown.
How last month turned out for him? He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Thunder trailing by 9. Cole, the pass to Abrinas. Patterson, the screen to stop the run. Good on the triple. Now Smart. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Over in the corner, Green. Unable to get that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
Just doing the job on.
It's a time. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Here's Smart. Green, the screen. Smart kicks to Jerebko. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. I hear the term glue guy a lot, Brent, in the NBA. Do you think it applied to guys being necessary to make a team a playoff team, to being a good teammate? When you think of glue guy, what does that conjure up in your mind?
Whenever I hear that term, Kevin, I always think about guys on a team who are able to connect the dots between the primary players, the star guys who carry a workload, all the way to what they can connect to with guys on the end of the bench. So if you're talking about a guy in the 6, 7, or 8 slot on your team that can go up to your star and say, hey, you know what, we need this from you, or you're not giving us that, and then turn around in the very same breath with the same vernacular, go to the 12th man and explain to him what his purpose is with regards to practice and preparing a team and getting them ready for competition. To me, that's a glue guy. It doesn't come about just in a game all of a sudden. This is somebody who, day by day, week by week, and month by month, keeps the team together.
Great explanation. Now here's McDermott. Warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
And the shot counts. He's fouled. It's a chance for a 3-point play.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The Celtics shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. That's good from Jerebko. And the Celtics, a stifling defensive ball club under head coach Brad Stevens.
I mean, tremendous perimeter defenders. One of the top-rated teams in the league in terms of steals. And even without being a dominant defensive rebounding and shot blocking team, they were so good on the wings that it didn't matter.
Boston leading by 9. Green kicks to Brown. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Brown. McDermott can't get it to go.
That set had everything but the finish. You know, even though they missed that shot, they know they will convert that more times than not.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
Maybe carried out from morning shoot-around to the game, completely focused, confident. No better way to start off the night.
Stolen by Smart. Brown outside. Smart passes to Jerebko. That's tipped. And here is Patterson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. Green dishes to Smart. Pass to Mickey. On the wing, Green. 5 to shoot. A 3-pointer off the mark. Thunder trailing by 11. Abrinas the pass to Cole. Patterson the screen to stop the run. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, not only have they been the aggressors, their early execution has been off the charts.
Here's Cole. 11-point game his last outing. He kicks to McDermott. They get it back. Beyond the arc. Patterson can't get it to go.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
One item with Russell Westbrook and the big contract for Enes Kanter. The Thunder without a lot of financial wiggle room right now.
Well, with Westbrook, we've talked about how much on a nightly basis you're going to have a chance to win regular season games. But with the loss of Ibaka and Durant, it opens up a huge opportunity for a big man to step up and contribute. One of the things Billy Donovan has to be proud in what he saw last year was Steven Adams and his progression in the middle. Can Enes Kanter now become that guy to play consistently on the inside for OKC?
Paul George, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Good on the second free throw. Thunder trailing by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
1:11 left in the first. McDermott, no one around him, cans it from downtown. McDermott's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Now, I know he isn't the world's greatest three-point marksman, but the defense has to show some respect.
Smart kicks to Jerebko. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Jerebko's got 8 points.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
Just completely in rhythm, really from the opening tip, and they continue to pile up the points.
Here's Cole. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. McDermott for 3. Rebound Boston. Jerebko's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Yeah, it's one of those quarters where you're just incredibly frustrated that you did not impact it the way you wanted to. So nothing going right now.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
And for most teams, that's where the high percentages are. No reason to take a tough shot if you can bull your way into an easy one. Well, you see how difficult he makes it on anyone that's going to try to guard him. Just an offensive dominant player.
Here's Smart. Kicks it to Green. 4 seconds left. With 2 seconds left. And he lays it straight in. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Just dirty work on the offensive boards there. Rips it down and then tops it off with a strong putback. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Celtics out in front as they end the first quarter with a tremendous 17-5 run. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, I just really love that they're playing with their hearts tonight, contesting shots, making their opponent work for every point.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Grant is out there with Paul George, and it's Adams in at the 5. Here's Robertson, following the basket by Al Horford. Screened by Grant. Westbrook with a wide open look. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Well, just an incredibly difficult cover. Westbrook with the dexterity to come off the screen in great position.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Horford against Grant. Tipped away. Stolen by George. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot goes in. Grant's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Thomas. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, Isaiah Thomas, a first-time All-Star in 2016, only the second player in NBA history, 5'9" or shorter, to merit that honor. I didn't know that.
Yeah, following in the footsteps of the legendary Calvin Murphy.
Shooting 2.
For a guy taken with the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft, Thomas no longer Mr. Irrelevant. Another step in his quest to become the best under 6-foot basketball player to ever lace him up.
And the first one drops. Look at the way the game is played, Brent. Defensive versatility is so valuable.
Well, I love the fact that you can have defensive versatility and then also you can have defensive intellect. So if you have guys who can't shut somebody down, you can use that intellect to switch defenses and confuse offensive schemes that may come at you with a multiple-pronged attack.
Both good from the line that time.
Surveying the Thunder roster here, and a lot of the players on it were their own draft picks. They've done a great job of identifying some talent late in rounds in the draft. Found a good amount of rotation players even when they were going deep into the playoffs.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Bradley, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And for the Thunder and their draft success, Brent, it's so important as they aren't usually big players in free agency.
Well, that's a tip of the cap you have to give to their general manager to continue to seek out players that are going to complement the team. Just invaluable.
The first one falls.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Thunder trailing by 16. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems at times that Russell Westbrook can put up a triple-double at will. But he said, everybody thinks that I care about numbers and things like that, but I really don't. I don't think about who shoots, how many times I shoot. That really doesn't matter to me. I just like to win. All that matters is if we win. Kevin?
Thanks, D8, one of the most competitive players in the NBA. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Adams wide open. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Celtics leading by 14. Outside Thomas. Crowder against Grant. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Westbrook kicks to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Westbrook's evolution as a passer is at hand. You wonder how high this ceiling will be with regards to him delivering the ball.
Thomas dishes to Horford. Back to Thomas. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook. For Boston, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
The first free throw is good.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws. And they're having a great second quarter at the line.
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. And clearly, Billy Donovan wants to talk it over.
You see Billy Donovan out there on the sidelines, and you can't help but to think of all the success he's had as a coach already. Back-to-back titles in college, essentially built that Florida basketball program into a powerhouse. He's hoping that he can bring some of that success translated to the NBA and get himself in title contending position.
And for Billy Donovan, I think that's one of the bigger reasons why he made the jump from college to the pros, Brent. He had nothing left to prove.
Well, one of the reasons why he decided to leave Florida as well, Kevin, was the fact that he really enjoyed the culture of what it is that Oklahoma City represented. There's no reason for Billy Donovan to leave that university unless he felt like the opportunity in front of him had a lot of boxes checked, and OKC did that.
Here's Roberson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Westbrook. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Bradley. Back to Thomas. The shot is good off the backboard. Thomas got 6.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
Very aggressive move. Sometimes that'll get swatted, but sometimes you convert.
Adams' shot is off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Thomas, and Grant sends it back. Back to Robertson. In the corner, it's Patterson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. It's tipped, and that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the Celtics.
And it's been the bigs doing most of the work on the glass, and really no surprise there. That's what you pay those guys for, to control that paint and haul in those misses.
Thomas with the ball. He's got 6. Pick by Zeller. Layup off the pick. Now here's Westbrook. Screen by Adams. Here's Grant. The second chance effort. Got a piece of it. They get it back, and he gets it to go. Adams has got 4 points in the quarter. Boston leading by 12. Bradley kicks to Horford. To the inside, Zeller. And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
Sensational pass by Horford on that play. Terrific job whipping the ball over to the open man.
Outside Westbrook. And Robertson has it in the corner. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Roberson's got his second bucket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Thomas against Westbrook. Horford kicks to Crowder. Outside Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Westbrook with the drive. Grant gets a wide open look. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And Horford really one of the most versatile big men in the league. You put him at the 4 or the 5 where he can score and defend from out of those positions, and really a great system player.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And you talked about the adaptability of Horford. Brent, great skills for a big man.
Well, he passes and he shoots and he handles. He's a great conduit for a half-court offense. He can play up-tempo or bang in the half-court. I don't think casual fans appreciate just how much he brings to the table, but general managers and coaches do.
He's perfect from the line this time. Well, Brent, we all know that you come from a huge basketball family. Your dad, Rick, leading the way and in the Hall of Fame, and your brothers all played at various levels. What was it like coming up in a basketball-centric household?
Well, first of all, thanks for the underhanded compliment there. You got that, Kevin? Underhand?
Yeah.
Sorry about
Free
that.
throws, yes. I got it.
It was a lot of fun. Having 2 older brothers and 1 younger, it was very, very competitive. So maybe some of the sapling from the fruits of that tree dripped into us with regards to playing the game. And just was around it. So it felt very natural to be in the locker room, to be on the gym floor, and then eventually push the potential to see where you could get.
And some pretty good discussions around the family dinner table, I'm sure, on the game.
Some decent ones, but Kevin, we played a lot more wiffle ball, soccer, Nerf football than basketball, and most of those games never ever got to the ending. Too much fighting. Too much
some bloody
fighting.
lips. Here's Smart, the Thunder making the shot. Outside Crowder from beyond the arc. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Roberson. He has 5. Now the pass to Westbrook. Back to Robertson. The 3. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Doug McDermott comes in for Grant. Abrinas is checked in for Roberson. And it's Norris Cole in for Russell Westbrook. And a new group in for the Celtics. Jordan Mickey's checked in for Zeller. Urebko comes in for Al Horford. Brownie's checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Gerald Green in for Bradley. Here's Green. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4. Here's Cole. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Stolen by Smart. And here comes the break. Pull up Jay. Offensive rebound. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oof, this guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those 2nd chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
McDermott passes to Collison. Good work there as it goes.
He approaches the rim strong there and then flips up the teardrop.
Boston leading by 16. Now Smart. They set the screen. Urebko kicks to Mickey. Dishes to Green. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's Brown missing.
Shocking he blew that opportunity, guys. 9 times out of 10, that is an easy make.
From the corner. The rebound by the Celtics. Mickey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smart kicks to Brown. And slam dunk by Smart.
And the skills of Brown. Not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the 2nd quarter. Passes to Abrinas. Shot off the pick. Tries again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. In third, the Thunder.
Well, over the past couple weeks, this defense has found itself locked in. They've played hungry and they've played physical.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Collison. And the Thunder making a switch here. George is checked in. Collison hits them both. And I saw a study recently, Brent, that home court advantage isn't what it used to be.
Well, home court advantage is about a point to a point and a half. I read that very same article, Kevin. So it's interesting.
You sent it to me. You remember that? You sent that article.
Oh, you read the things I sent
well, of course
to you.
I do.
Well,
when you sent it, it's a priority list. Yeah.
That's a first. So what I like about it, Kevin, is the fact that the three-point line is really changing that huge disparity between what it is that a home court advantage used to be and what it is now. Still vitally important, I think, for young teams throughout the course of the regular season to get themselves in a position to have home court advantage. As slight as it might be, it is still one.
And at this point in his career, Marcus Smart, more of a defensive specialist, you know, offensively an improving shooter and an improving decision maker as well. But his defense is where he hangs his hat. And I do think, though, you're starting to see a gradual improvement in terms of his ability to make open shots.
And so, Smart nails both of them. And talking about the defensive prowess of Marcus Smart, there's no question, Greg, at 6'4", 220, he's got almost a football-like build, and I know you like football.
Yeah, if football was his first love, played strong safety and wide receiver, and plays a little bit of that in the NBA as it is. He brings that physicality and fire to the hardwood. It can be an intimidating presence on the defensive side of the floor.
Here's George following the basket by Jaylen Brown. The shot by George, no good.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and, at this point, his confidence.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Smart kicks to Brown. There's the triple. Smart misses. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Celtics leading by 22. Over in the corner, Brown. No good there off the double clutch.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
A nice shot by George.
Really enjoy his work on the inside. The D was there, but helpless.
Boston shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Smart kicks to Jerebko. .115 left in the first half of the game. The definition of a gamer, Marcus Smart, a real blue-collar player, Greg.
It really fits in well with how the Celtics want to play. They want those fire breathers on the floor. His anger got the best of him at times in the past, and that altercation he had with an opposing fan back in college might have given some teams pause. The Celtics want guys who care, and he definitely does.
And the first one at the line is good.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for George, the last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable, averaging about 23 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Here's Cole, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. A nice shot by George. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And here's Smart. 5 points in the game. To the paint, here's Jerebko. Thunder with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Celtics leading by 17. Lobbed up there for Green. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Here's Cole. McDermott with it. Now Green defending. Collison gets a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. Smart with the ball. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Celtics lead by 19. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better, or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there. And Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
Well, I really like how many times they got to the free throw line. They've taken the direct method, attacking the basket, not settling for jump shots. That's gotten them some really good looks and a lot of points from the line. Staying aggressive in the second half is key.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
The Skydance Bridge, rising 200 feet above I-40, has quickly become an icon here in Oklahoma City since it opened in 2012. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Paul George really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
Well, none of the defenders can stay with him in one-on-one situations. Even the team defense breaks down if he's in attack mode.
Under trailing by 19. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Tyler Zeller. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Excellent D there from George.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. And fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC, moving the floor, as he calls it, creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement, that's where the league is going, D.A. Thanks. And that one falls for Zeller. He's off on the second. And watching Adams go to work out there, he is a bit of an old school big man in the sense that Brent he'll throw his weight around and look to intimidate the other team.
Yeah, Adams willing to take on that role, take the punches and take the hits for the rest of his team. And it goes along with his great defensive instincts, I think. His activity down low, certainly a big help for this team's defense.
And here's Crowder following Russell Westbrook's 3. 6 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Bradley can't get it to go.
You can't fault him for taking the open look, guys. Just didn't go in for him. But, you know, he'll look to shoot that one again.
Celtics leading by 15. Down low. And Crowder gets it to go on the assist from Thomas. 7 points for Jay Crowder.
Nice unselfish dish there, right where his teammate could do something with it.
There's the pick. Here's Westbrook. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Not a lot of range on Steven Adams' offensive game, so he understands those limitations and gets to the rack.
Outside Thomas. Horford sets a screen for Thomas. Bradley, no one around him. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bradley's got 9 points.
Well, he's not automatic from downtown, but certainly took advantage of the soft defense there.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Bradley against Westbrook. Knocks it loose. And pushing it up, here's Boston. From 11 feet away, and it's Boston with another.
Well, the shooting percentage is excellent so far, and without him, they might not have the lead like they...
And that's how he makes his presence felt.
And Greg, we see him do it time and again. He is a special, special talent. That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Horford kicks to Crowder. Horford sets a screen for Crowder. Picked by Horford. Floats it up for Horford. It's stolen by Adams. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him. Thunder trailing by 18. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Start it.
You always talk about glue guys and guys that do the little things to help their team. Steven Adams is certainly that for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not a big presence in the box to score, but when you watch him play with his team, he's willing to sacrifice his body, set hard screens, and be a presence on the interior.
And thinking again on Adams, the scoring isn't what makes him valuable, Brandon. It's his defense and his solid screen setting.
Well, I think it's his idea that the role that he has is something that he's very comfortable with, and he wants to be successful at doing it. He doesn't hurt the team by getting out of his comfort zone.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. To the paint. Grant. That's good. Grant's got 8 points.
Fantastic awareness out on the floor. That's a textbook assist.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Bradley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Shooting for Boston, Avery Bradley. At the line for 2. 2.
That free throw good from Bradley. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Grant outside. Feeds it to Robertson. Screen by Adams. Here's Robertson. He's got 5. Westbrook kicks to Grant. Clock at 4. No good from outside.
Guys, I cannot believe he missed that one. And I bet he can't either.
Pick by Zeller. Thomas dishes to Horford. The feed to Crowder. Pass to Thomas. And Grant sends it back. And he recovers it. Thomas, no luck.
Just not his night so far, guys.
From deep, George. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Patterson, he's checked in for Grant. Oklahoma City on D. It's an 18-point game. That one wide left.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And Robertson kicks to Patterson. Wide open shot is on the money. Patterson's got his first bucket in this one. The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Horford the pass to Thomas. And he gets the bucket.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
They're looking like a beaten team at this point, letting him get to the basket with such little resistance.
Got that one up quick. Adams has got 10 points.
Well, great efficiency on the inside from Steven Adams. Rarely does he take a bad shot.
Thomas with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Thomas dishes to Bradley. Stolen by Westbrook. And it's sent back by Horford. Thomas against Westbrook. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, Isaiah Thomas. He's got 10. Thunder trailing by 18. Here's Robertson. He has 5. The dish to Westbrook. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 10. Horford with a screen on Westbrook. Westbrook against Thomas. He feeds it to Zeller. 5 on the clock. And Adams sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Robertson, guarded by Bradley. Back to Robertson. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Well, there's no doubt he's known for defense and rebounding, but you have to admire the work Robertson has put in improving his shooting stroke. Well, watch Robertson play, and you'll see why it is that he's respected amongst his teammates. Great length with his arms, can guard the 1 through 4 position, and blends size and speed. The only thing that you'd like to see is him improve his consistency from the three-point line.
Thinking a bit more about Robertson and his defense, he can do it all from jumping a passing lane to sending a shot into the third row.
Yeah, so really for him, it's all about timing. Very smart in the way he lines up to block shots and a good sense of knowing when to jump in and help off the ball.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Celtics leading by 16. Thomas outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
And Patterson kicks to Robertson. Another shot. That one doesn't drop. Now Boston takes it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. Thomas passes to Mickey. Thomas goes in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Thomas got 9 points now in just the second half.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Cole. Collison with a screen on Thomas. Jacks up a 3. But put that, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The screen from Brown. Thomas kicks to Jerebko beyond the arc. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Love to see him thread the needle with that bounce pass there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Cole. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Boston leading by 22. Over in the corner, Brown. Pass to Jerebko. This one for 3. There's Mickey, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. And Cole kicks to Collison. Wide open. Bank shot, no good.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode. Couldn't pull it back.
McDermott with a steal. From 11 feet away, it's hauled in by Brown. Boston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Patterson's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Robertson has it in the corner. He kicks it to McDermott. Basket counts. McDermott's got 7 points. So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the 2 games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Arenas is checked in for Oklahoma City. The Celtics also changing it up. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Mickey, and it's Gerald Green in for Isaiah Thomas. Celtics leading by 22. Now Smart. He's got 5 to the right side. Jerebko kicks to Zeller. Celtics passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Collison. Collison's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cole dishes to Patterson. Here's Aprinas. Green with the block. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Jerebko. 8 points for him.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Yep, that one goes.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Green, the pass to Smart. The 3-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Cole kicks to Patterson. Here's Collison. And the layup is good. Collison's got 4 points this quarter.
Fantastic awareness out on the floor. That's a textbook assist.
Celtics leading by 20. Pick by Zeller. There's a good screen. Outside, Green. Kicks it to Urebko. Here's Smart. No good there. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Cole. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Smart. Off target from three-point range.
Very lazy defense there, but luckily they got bailed out by the missed shot. He won't miss many of those opportunities.
Boston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Urebko kicks to Green. Smart dishes to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And no good trying to get that one. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Celtics out in front, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We should never get beat like that in transition when they throw the ball. Those points add up right now. Let's be locked in and focused right now.
Billy Donovan, as you can tell, not too happy, failing to get back on defense. A major sin in the game of basketball, especially from his standpoint.
Yeah, and anytime you get severely out-hustled, you're going to hear about it from your coach. And you should if he's worth anything.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Paul George is out there with Grant. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And then there's Steven Adams. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Stolen away. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. They get the rebound. Celtics leading by 20. To the wing right side. Horford kicks to Green. Stolen by Grant. Abrinas guarded by Bradley. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Brent, there's been some talk that the dependency on three-pointers is bad for the game of basketball. Even Greg Popovich, your former coach, said they weren't great for the sport. Do you see any truth in that?
Well, I think Pop's just upset that he didn't have as good a three-point shooters on his team over the past couple of years. I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, the game is moving towards the three-point line and expanding the space and pace type of offenses that we've seen, and teams having great success doing that. It's really hard to fault a team like Golden State, who's the blueprint for that sort of activity, motion, and scoring prowess. That's what teams are looking to do. The copycat league is underway, so more three-pointers are coming.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson's checked in.
Well, the Kiwi Adams, born in New Zealand, was the Thunder's first-round pick back in 2013. Steadily coming into his own now on the offensive end.
They set the screen. Horford against Adams. Outside for Thomas. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. It's picked off.
And anytime you go cross court, there's some risk involved. Not at all surprised that one was stolen.
George with the bucket.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Maybe a great run of games coming here. Let's see if he can keep building on this performance.
It's stolen. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook's got the ball. Cranes the jumper to finish the break.
Well, he's got no problem getting to that spot on the floor. Westbrook now looks more confident in those kind of results.
Here's Horford. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And there's no doubt Al Horford, a complete, well-rounded player. He's a star. He's an all-star, but he's not really a go-to scorer. Brent, can you win without that kind of guy on your team?
Well, you're going to need at least one of them, Kevin, but a guy who plays his role like Al Horford has done in the past is very, very coveted. He goes about his business on a daily basis, and then every night consistently coaches can rely on his performance.
He hits the second from the line. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Westbrook kicks to Adams. The pass to Grant. Adams outside. And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Crowder. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
Just don't want to see fundamental errors like that. One of the reasons they're so far behind.
Tipped away. Celtics leading by 18. For the finish, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yep, he got up ahead of steam, and no one could come over to stop him.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside, George from deep. They get the rebound. Adams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
Brent, you were a 4-year player at Oregon State. Now most NBA players come into the league after just a season or 2 at the college level. How do you think that's impacting the game right now?
I think the situations in which some of those younger players go into, Kevin, can be vastly different. If you have a player that's played 1 or 2 years that's getting drafted in one of the top slots, they're usually going to a team that's very bad and probably very young. In the later part of the draft, those young players are going to well-established teams that are coming off successful seasons that have a place for that player to learn and grow and be part of the culture. So those experiences for those young guys can be very, very different.
Excellent point. To the inside, intercepted. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. Up the floor, here's Grant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Celtics leading by 17. Thomas kicks to Horford. Inside, here's Crowder, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
I have to admire how Al Horford does an outstanding job there of finding his guys wide open for shots.
Here's Westbrook. That one a little long.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Thomas, no good. Thunder have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to Adams. A second chance effort, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Yeah, you gotta like the aggressive D going for the block, but he got it just as it was on its way down.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Adams.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Outside Thomas, picked by Zeller. Here's Crowder. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. George has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Westbrook, no good. Boston leading by 16. Bradley passes to Thomas. And it's sent back by George. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's the three. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Kicks it out to Bradley. And he drops it in from the low post. Bradley's got 9 points now in just the second half. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Screen by Adams, and here's George for 3. And it's George again missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Dishes to Robertson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And here is Thomas. Moment here now for an injury report.
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information for us. Unfortunately, it does not look good at all. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
Well, for how hard he competes in the game, you know he's going to do just the same when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
Westbrook kicks to George. And George with the stuff.
He really can time those perfectly. What an assist.
Boston leading by 16. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Zeller. Outside Bradley. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Thunder trailing by 18. Outside Westbrook. Passes to George. Feeds to Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Basket counts.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boston leading by 16. Bradley with the ball. There's the feed to Zeller. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
That's a big boy basket from Horford. Fouled, but still got it to fall.
And Al Horford no good on that one. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Here's Robertson. Here's Adams. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
For the Thunder, Steven Adams.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And Jay Crowder really kind of stuck as a role player in Dallas, sent the Celtics in the Rondo trade, and boy, has he been a culture setter for Boston. The consummate pro, one of the most competitive players in our league, and he's become a difference maker on both ends. I think he's improved tremendously in the past season. Credit him and Coach Brad Stevens.
And the first one drops. And one of the things that stands out about Jay Crowder is that at 6'6", 235, very physically strong.
Yeah, he plays bigger than his height, not shy about throwing his weight around, and one of the league leaders in steals per game. He can cover on the wing and body you up on the block.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Zeller. Back to Thomas. 5 to shoot. And Adams sends it back. They recover it. Here's Roberson. Lets it go from 11. Goes back up. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. No good on the free throw. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. That one misses. Boston leading by 15. It's Bradley on the wing. Tries from the block. Knocked loose. Now here's Grant. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Horford. Bradley kicks to Horford. Stolen by Grant. In the corner, George with it. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
Well, another tin cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Not in here. Just can't throw stuff up like that around Horford. He sends that one right back.
The Celtics have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Smart kicks to Crowder. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
No reason to wait. That was all his from the get-go.
Smart kicks to Horford. There's a good screen. Top of the key, Bradley. To end the drought. And that's 2 points on the layup. Bradley's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Start it.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, some of that right now might be a lack of toughness, but you can't combine that with laziness. Guys are not crashing down and closing off those driving lanes.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Well, take your breather, but then come up with a game plan or a set that produces something high percentage. Let's get back on track.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Over to the wing. There's the three. Rebound, Boston. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Crowder dishes to Smart. Back to Crowder. Paul George grabs the miss.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
The only way you're going to challenge him in that situation, you have to attack with more power.
And the Celtics with possession here. 13-point lead. Crowder goes in, uses both hands to slam it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. The Thunder shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. And George with the stuff.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious end time on the rim.
I mean, there's not a lot of reasons for a turnover, but there's certainly not one there, just a lapse of judgment.
.144 left here in the fourth quarter. Patterson, the screen. Back to George. Shoots a three. And it's George again missing.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Smart misses. Under trailing by 13. And Patterson kicks to George. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. Grant, he's checked in for Patterson.
Jeremy Grant.
.109 left to play here in the fourth.
And really no excuse for him missing that one, guys. He has to knock that shot down.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Boston.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win and a great team effort. But still, what an individual performance for Horford. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Stops, pops, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Definitely too late. The time to rally was when the game was in the balance. Now you're just creating highlight reels.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Zeller setting the pick for Smart. The dish now to Bradley. For the three. The rebound by Grant. Here's Roberson. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Al. The coach mentioned he wanted to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Did you think you guys had the intensity to get that done?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Great road win tonight, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
Well, what I like about Al Horford is his basketball IQ, and that was on display tonight, guys. I mean, look, he has great understanding of the game for the power forward position. His skills and his smarts are unmatched.
With the way he's been playing lately, I don't know where this game came from. Woo-wee. Nothing had been working for him. All of a sudden tonight, this guy couldn't do anything wrong.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.